Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, everybody, welcome to Positive Rate. I'm Darkfury. I'm stepping in for Willy today. He's on holiday. No surprise there, Willy. And we're back in something more familiar today. We're in the 737-800. Now, somebody who repainted the aircraft has decided not to put the correct emplacements. So yeah, I'm gonna have a word with them later on. Let's just say hello to the chat. So we have Digital Flight Deck, Willy, the man himself. There's Dan. We've got Lemon Wolf. We've got Jayhog. We've got Kevin and Lemon Wolf. Nighthawk. Lovely all to see you, and thanks for joining today. Hopefully this will be a lot better than last time. Dark, can you turn up your volume? Let's see what we can do. Is that any better? Am I too low, too loud? Is the sound too in the background sounds too loud? Or is it you just turned your sound down, Digital? Who knows? Anyway, I hope that's better for you guys. So today we're in the lovely 737-800 in the lovely Positive Rate livery. We're in live time, live weather, multiplayer, so anybody can join. We're on a North Europe server. Just a bit of housekeeping. I'll have to have a word with producer because some of the content in the video description is incorrect. So Copenhagen to Trondheim is our flight route today, an hour and 55 minutes, both available on the Orbix. And we'll just stick that up there for now. We've got Just Flight and Orbix as our sponsors. So as you can see, we've our lovely aircraft park at Foxtrot 1. And I think today we've got Kevin, Mr. Salmon, in his lovely A300. Is that a tie? Yes, that's a tie. We've got Nighthawk in the A330 Condor. I think Nighthawk, you're going to have a few technical problems there. I believe you've lost your nose gear. Lovely. Can't beat it, can you? More player. We've got Jayhog over here in the Phoenix, I believe, in some plain white livery. Lovely. And then I believe this is Digital. Let's have a look. Because the nameplate's just disappeared. Yes. And is that the 800 or 700 there, Digital? Whichever. You're in a Japan Airlines over in over in Europe. Yeah, a lovely volley player. And we've got quite a few people around today. Copenhagen Airport, lovely place. We've just had a 777 Swiss come in. And then we've had somebody called Maverick in an A20, fly-by-way A320. Yeah. Back to the chat. We're in a Positive Rate livery. The joys of multiplayer. The joys of multiplayer. Right. So let's get this started, shall we? So because of the damage to the paint, and they haven't managed to fix it, we've just been dealt the aircraft in some kind of turnaround state, I believe. I've pinned the flight route and my briefing in the chat. If somebody hasn't already took it off, but it's in there. So today we're at Foxtrot 1 at Copenhagen. We'll be taking off runway 22 right. And we're on the VOD 1 Lima departure. Oh, maybe not. Love this place. So we're on the Vida 2 Charlie departure. If I can find this, I did pin this earlier, but the joys of yeah. So on the Vida 2 Charlie, off runway 22 right. Currently the latest METAR is 270 at 12 knots, QNH 1029, and then an hour and 55 minutes later, hopefully, if I can get my navigator to, then we should enter Trondheim, and we're on the VLED 1 Lima for 09 for the ILS into Trondheim. So it's all sorted. It should be all good. So let's get this aircraft started, shall we, and get set up. The passengers and catering's already been boarded. So it's just figure out how to set up. We don't need the strobes on, so we'll take them off, but we'll get the nav lights on. We've got brown power connected. We'll turn off Cali utilities as well. We'll get the electrics running, and we'll add some anti-ice just in case. The nav display is already set up and already going, so that's fine. And back to the FMC. So you can see 737-800, and we've got the latest air rack as well. Oh, good. So our airport today is Copenhagen, and we are stood at gate Foxtrot 1 on the north apron. J-Hog says, I'm pushing back as I'm on a tight deadline, Mr. Fury. Yes, John, we know you want your Christmas dinner. So back to the routing. We'll clear that off the scratch pad because we don't need it. And just before we set up today, I did pull the data from SimBrief. Pull the METAR as well. So our call sign today is Papa Oscar Romeo 82 Delta for the positive rate. Our company route is Copenhagen to Trondheim. We're costing index of 44. And our route distance today is roughly 526. So we should be departing within the next 5-10 minutes. And we should approximately arrive around about just before 5 o'clock UK time, or 5 o'clock Zulu. So we request our flight plan. As you can see, SimBrief route is already in there, so we can just set that. We'll just check that against our flight plan, which is slightly incorrect because we don't have the departures or arrivals in. So we'll cheat today, and we'll set our payload and our fuel from there as well, just to be a bit quicker. And we'll clear that from scratch pad, and we'll select our route as well. So whilst we wait for that to load, we'll just take everything else. So we'll set our TCAS transponder to 2000. And we're ready to load our flight plan. So whilst we're straight into this load, how is your day going? Are we all good? Are we all set for this flight? Are we all ready for this take two? Hopefully we've sorted out all the kinks. So flight plan's already in and we've executed that. So we'll set our now departure. So it'll be 22 right. We're on the Vevod 1 Lima. Nope, sorry, Vida 2 Charlie. And we'll then select our arrival, which is the ILS 09. We're on the Vevod 1 Lima. And that is via Bambu. So we'll just go through our legs now and just check that's all correct according to the flight plan it is. And whilst we're in there we'll get our winds as well. We'll just import our winds so we can trundle off. Or maybe not. Never mind. So on a secondary flight plan, FMC, we'll register up the loaded payload. Now we'll go to our performance. So our cost index is 44, so we are burning a bit of fuel. And our flight level today is 360. The zero fuel weight is 59.6. And our total planned fuel without reserve is 6.5. We've got a 0.8 of contingency there. Looking good. So our center of our gross weight is 66.1, so, which matches up with my flight plan here. Lovely. So we're over to island 1 limit. We'll bypass that for a second because we need to enter our winds. So let's go to the latest meta, and our winds are 270 at 12 knots. Runway slope is practically 0. So, right, now we'll go and get our performance tool. Hit that thumbs up, everyone. That's correct, digital. Thumbs up, hit the like, subscribe. We're all friendly here. This is, it helps me out. It helps the channel out, and it helps with that algorithm that YouTube uses for people to watch. Back to our performance calculator. We'll import our airport from the operational flight plan. So we're selecting 22 right from there. And runway heading is correct. Runway length 11,000 feet and conditions are dry. Let's have a look. Yes, it's correct. So the aircraft, we'll import the aircraft. We want optimum flaps, optimum rating. We don't want anti-ice. CG 25, weight is 60.1, which matches up with the performance. And packs are on. So we'll import the weather as well. 22012, 6 and unit 1029. So we'll calculate that now. So it's so we've got a cell temp of 39. We're on to flaps 5. And we're at takeoff 1. So we'll do a climb 1 as well. Central gravity. I'll just click that in there. 25.6 just to make sure. 25.6, yes, because it's rounded up. So that gives us a trim of 4.87. So I'll just set our trim as well. And as usual, I forgot to set the parking brake. Yay me. Right. So we've got our winds in, we've got our trim set. Oh, now we'll just our takeoff speeds. So V1 is 140. VR is 141. And V2 is 147. So they're all imported. Right. So tad quiet here. I'm sorry guys. I'm literally maxed out every setting I've got on Windows and OBS. I don't know if there's anything I can do at the minute. With this being my first stream properly, because the last stream just went technical, I've not had chance to input some of the stuff. So if I do go a bit quiet, I do apologise. But I'd rather have the sim working and being able to give you an actual stream than having to deal with sound. Sound can be done anytime. But the main thing is, I may go a little bit quiet. If I do, I apologise. But it's one of the things that we have to try and get sorted, and we will do. You know, we all learn. So yeah, I do apologise, guys. Right, so back to the aircraft. So performance has all been set up. QNH is now 1029 set. It looks like it's getting a bit dark, so what we'll do is we'll get on some breaker lights. Good afternoon, Beluga. Nice to see you. We'll get some panel lights set on here. Flight directors are on. Seatbelt signs are on. We'll get the anti-collision lights on, and we'll start the APU and switch on the fuel pumps. As we can see, John's already took off with Nighthawk behind him. Kevin's just pushed back, and I believe he's pushed back the wrong way. Good old GSX. And Digital's just there. Lovely. We'll just check the overhead panel. The APU has started. And APU now available. So we'll switch over to the APU generators. And we'll tell them to get rid of the ground power. Beluga says, I flew this route with Kenko a while ago, nice scenery up in Trondheim. It is lovely. Kastrup and Trondheim are available through Orbix. ground power is now released. Let's make sure we've got the yaw dampener on. Yaw dampener is set. Let's call GSX up and ask them to push us back. I am using Flow Pro, which is available on Orbix as well. Nice little tool. Remove that toolbar. Nice and simple.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
And we'll just wait now for GSX to get ready to push us back. Kevin in his A300. Doesn't look like an A300, might look like a Boeing 10, I believe that looks like, is it? No, it's a Dash 8. Interesting. Very nice though, very nice to watch and see. Whilst we're waiting for the ground crew to set us up, we'll set our pressurization panel to 360. Let's have a look, see what the ground crew is doing. So we want to push back and we want to face left. So I'll get back into our aircraft now. We'll remove the chocks.
Release parking brakes, please.
And release the parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Our initial climb out today will be 5,000 as for the trans altitude, but because there's no ATC available, we shall climb further. So as we're being pushed back, we'll start engine number 2, and we'll watch the. We won't start engine 2. We'll put the packs off. We'll start the bleed air, and we'll start engine 2 again. There we can see we've got engine start there. And we'll switch fuel number 2 on. We'll get number 1 started as well. So we can see engine number 1 starting up. Got the fuel selector on. Let's have a look. As you see, we've been pushed back nicely. Them engine sounds just like are awesome. That is actually an extra add-on from FS Sim, FT Sim Plus. If we look behind us, Digital is also pushing back.
Please set parking brakes.
And the ground crew has pushed us back very nicely. So engine 1 and 2 are now stable, so we can switch our generators on and we can cool down the APU.
Unlocking gear.
Let's switch on the LNAV and VNAV. Set our brakes to rejected takeoff, and we'll set them to flaps 5. I mean, it's going to ask us to take off our aerospeeds, but we've already checked them against the calculator. So V1 140, VR 141, and V2 is 147. So it looks like I can't see the marshal there. Nope. But she's over there. Don't know why. Okay. So she's waving me off, so that means we are clear. So we can put our taxi lights on. And we are now on Whiskey. So we'll taxi on Whiskey. We'll go down Sierra onto Victor. And then it will be onto Yankee. Then Bravo. We'll cross runway 12 on Delta. And then we'll come down on Alpha 1 for 22 right. Dicing not required, so we're able to go. Parking brakes are now released, and we'll let them thrust. So we're now on Whiskey. We are taxiing, so we'll take a left now on to Sierra. We're on Victor here. And we'll follow this all the way down onto Yankee. So guys, if you like what you're seeing right here right now, just subscribe to the channel, hit that like, give us a thumbs up, and just let us know generally how the stream is. We have got some music lined up in the flight. We've also got some news as well from our very own news coordinator. So this is Delta. We use our left toe brake as well. Because we're going to runway, we will switch our strobe lights on, and we'll now enter our runway turn off lights. And we'll cross runway 12. As you can see straight ahead, Kevin has already took off in his A300. So we'll look right, we'll look left, there's no incoming, oh there's an incoming traffic, so we'll have to get across here quick. Across the runway we go. We're going to continue on Delta, then we're going to go Alpha for Alpha 1 for 22 right. Transponder said we'll tell us the ARA just ample enough before. And now we'll make our left hand turn onto Alpha and Alpha 1. do that, we'll set our runway heading. Two 16. We'll line up on runway 22 right. But turn on our landing lights and turn off the taxi because we no longer need them. Toga, Dan. It's not Toga Tuesday. It is a Saturday. And now I've stopped. Oops. And we'll line up. Lovely. So just F is right, transponder is TRA set to 1000. Our lights are on, strobes is on. We'll make sure our packs I can breathe. It is a takeoff 1 and yeah, Dan, the memes don't work. We haven't set that up yet. We're not that posh yet. And yeah, clear for takeoff, 22 right. Off we go. Gear versus brake climb, so gear is up. Lovely, we've got a positive rate. So we'll click on the autopilots now and we'll let them do what it needs to do. Reduce our flaps as well. We'll turn off our auto brake. No, Kevin, don't need a lawnmower, so I was still on the runway. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. These rudder pedals, these new springs haven't been worn in yet, so yeah, a bit of a skill issue there. And Dan says you didn't harm the auto throttle. No, I didn't. I did a manual control of the thrust levers. I didn't want to do a toga. So as we depart, we can change our terrain to a weather. And away we go. So below flight level 70, we'll maintain a max speed of 250 knots. And then we'll climb a bit higher. So we'll put our flaps to 0. We'll set our altitude now to our flight cruise level. As you can see, our speed taper is now increased to 250 knots. Altitude 5000, so we'll set standard. And away we go. that lovely sunset from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Once we get up to our cruise altitude, we will get some news going. We've got a few different ones, one from Bluebird, one from Latin VFR, we've got the A330 and the teaser from Simulations. And cabin crew has just bought me a lovely cup of tea. How generous. Now you can't do that, that's service. So we're climbing through flight level 90 now. It's a little bit early, but we'll do our 10 checks, so we'll turn off all landing lights. We'll set our continuous forward engines, local light, continuation light and strobes are set. Pressurization, pressurization is looking good. Cabin pressure all normal. We'll turn on the cabin and utilities so everybody can have a coffee. We'll set isolation valve to auto. We'll also set the seatbelt signs to off so we can release the cabin crew to do their trolley rounds, and people can go to the toilet if needed. We're all looking good. So we're above 10th flight level 100 or 10,000 feet. We're slowly increasing our speed, and away we go. We can enjoy some lovely views as we fly Norfolk, Norway. And we'll add some music just for the flight. If you guys could just let me know how the sound is, if the music needs turning up or down, just let us know. It's a lovely view of Copenhagen. Just while we're in cruise here, I will just step away for a couple of minutes and then we'll be back and we shall carry on. And we're back. The co-pilot must have kept his flight very stable. Turbulence at the minimum. How's the stream going, guys? Everything good? I know I keep asking, but I just want to make sure that everything's working fine. You can hear me. We did some tests early in the week to make sure everything was set, and hopefully, fingers crossed, at the minute everything is good. Digital says taking the puppy out, back in a few. Now, are you taking the puppy out, or is the puppy taking you out, Digital? Notelink says all good. Lovely. So back into the cockpit, we can see that Kevin, Mr. Salmon, Nighthawk and Jayhawk are all in front of us. We've got a nice glare off the sunset there. So we'll have a look at our links and see what's happening. We'll try and get our route data as well, which is now requesting, so all good. And we should be able to load the winds in. Lovely. So the cruise winds are now linked, and we should be able to execute them. We'll go out on the descent page as well. We'll request our winds. And we'll load them in as well. So currently at the minute we're looking at very scattered showers, broken clouds at 500 and 800 feet. Its dew point is -1 with a temperature of 7, QNH 1003. Possible wind shear at 670 feet and at 22080 knots. Interesting. So this could be an interesting landing, guys. Feet showers, 8,000 ceiling at ALG. So we'll enter that in as 1003, which is a QNH, and we'll set that on standby as well, ready for when we need it. Passing flight level 250, almost there. Cruise today is level 360. We've got a few aircraft around. Banana Dave 89, it needs Embraer 175. And we'll just take a look outside the aircraft. How will it follow us? There we go. Love the reflections today. We've got usable cart. Nice name. It's Cessna 208. Digital's flying behind us in the 738s as well. If anybody is watching, I'm sure one of the moderators will put a link to the Discord into the chat if you don't mind, please. Everybody is welcome. We are on North Europe server, we are on multiplayer, so if you do want to join, you can join. Go back into the aircraft. Thank you, Dan. So we look steady climbing. It looks everything's good. We've got good hydraulics. We've got good oil. Vibrations look okay. So we're in climb. And our next waypoint is Lastly. We'll get a nice we'll get a nice sunset view, and I think it's time we enter the news. So we'll just tie down the music a little bit here. We'll turn it off actually, and we'll get into the news. So the first one our news reporter has come up with is the Bluebird 757 January update. I believe there's a video put out earlier in the week with some big announcements. They're expecting a 2024 release, but there are no promises. So there's all important big sounds. They've been running down the rundown of the work for the FMC, IRS and weather systems. There's a nice teaser of the systems, the IRS and CDU systems, and the 3D work that's been worked on. They've been trying to do the engine systems and all that. And hopefully they're bringing out a new, a highly realistic and functional EFB to the aircraft. So this should be interesting. I don't know what your thoughts are on this 757. Looks good. It really does look good. It'd be interesting. Interesting to see these the old 757 and 767 aircraft flying in Microsoft Flight Sim, or maybe Flight Sim 24, especially in the TUI liveries and stuff like that. And then next we have the Latin VFR A330 CEO. Sneak preview of the engine options and an update to the 4300. If you didn't know, Latin VFR has done the A321 CEO, A318, A319. But as far as I'm aware, they shared a number of screenshots regarding the three engine sets of the A330 CEO, which is a General Electric, Pratt & Whitney and Rolls-Royce. The A330-200 CEO, interesting, is coming first, then it will be followed by the 300 CEO with engine variants. The A340-300 mostly done. Once the update on the 330 Neo is out, so they can finish up what's needed on the 340. Very nice, and I'm sure we can get some links out if you want to them, where you can see them with the Titan livery, the DHL, Lufthansa Cargo. There's the American, if you're into your retro as well, the old Lufthansa retro livery as well. All worth checking out on the development updates on that one. So that should be interesting to see. I don't know what are your thoughts on the Latin VFR stuff? Do you like it? Is it one of them planes you'd fly? Is it something different, or would you just rather stay away from them? Next up, the controversial Aerosoft A330. Badum. So Aerosoft confirms that the A330 that was supposed to come into Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is now delayed. A PR rep at Aerosoft has confirmed the A330 is coming to Flight Simulator 2020 as well as 2024. However, the A330 will now be released around the time of Microsoft 2024 for both platforms. Even though we've had a trailer targeting summer 2023, we've had development updates and a new project manager, it has been confirmed the aircraft will now be released around 2024. Both variants will be released simultaneously. It is worth noting that Airsoft has since clarified that the aircraft will all come to the current simulator. Very interesting indeed. If you've been following the A330 updates from Airsoft, you'll see the development updates that have come out, what they've been working on, the deliveries that they've done for it. I'm sure one of the guys will put a link to that in the channel as well, so if you do want to have a look and see what's actually been going on, then you can check it out for yourselves. And finally for the news, Simulations teases a new international airport. Scenery developer Simulations has teased a new airport. They have shared a new image with the hashtag new and sneak peeks and not give anything else away. Well, if it's a sneak peek and it's new, you don't want to give it away, would you? It has the word international on it and given a hint that it will be a large airport. However, it's exactly which one is unknown, and the blueprint teaser picture is the airport terminal in framework state. I'm guessing people have tried to identify the airport but have not had much luck. So that might be interesting. A new teaser airport. I mean, I would like a good Charles de Gaulle. Ronaldo is the GOAT. Hello and welcome. So I'd like to have a good Charles de Gaulle Airport. It's only one of the airports that hasn't really had anything extra to it. It's handcrafted in the Premium Deluxe version, but if you compare it to something like Gatwick, there's no comparison. So I ask you in the chat, which airport would you like to see have a payware version or a updated, more realistic version in the sim? Whilst we wait for some answers in the chat, if that's possible, I'll turn back up the music. As we watch the lovely sunset from Microsoft Flight Simulator from the cabin of the PMG 737-800. This is live time as well and live weather, so hopefully this is what it should be like in the real world, but we never know. So if we swap our windows, somewhere down there we should be passing Gothenburg Airport. If we can find it anywhere. Might be actually too far out to see it at the minute, or there's cloud cover covering it. Yeah, I can't see it. Got to admit, there's a lot of nice scenery around here, and the views are just very nice. Dan says, so the next tree will be the Zibo 737. No, Dan. No, I don't have explain. And nor do I want to explain. I have nothing really against it, but nah, it's not my flavour. I think flights and beats it. Well, we checked the banner, and for some reason the ETA doesn't work, so we've got the real time instead. Nobody told me that the ETA wasn't working in the banner. Thanks, guys. These small little things, you know. Oh, what we got planned for the weekend? Have we got anything planned very nice? Are we going out, having dinner plans? Anybody? Oh, Digital says is off to the theatre tomorrow. Ooh, and watching anything nice? The Book of Mormon. Interesting. Never heard of it. I'm sure it will be good to watch, I guess, if you're watching it digital. Oh, by the creators of South Park. So a lot of swearing then. Comedy. I'm surprised they allow that, to be fair. Especially in these days. Where everything's so, how can I put it? Tight-lipped. So just while we're flying here, I'm just going to have a look on the radar and see what's happening with the flight into Trondheim. It looks like it's a runway change. Yes, it's a runway change at Trondheim. It is now 27 by the looks, because the winds have flipped around. We'll get back into our cockpit and we'll start prepping, I think, for 27. So now the approach will be ILS 27. And I think we'll go via Ekch-Enva. We'll add that to our routing. So we'll have a look. So the arrival, we'll have a look at. So the arrival. Is going to be possibly the V.1 mic. Yep. So it's the V.1 mic. Our approach will be the ILS 27. So they're the charts we're into. So I'll use our second FMC to check how far we are far to top percent. 208 miles, so we'll get this programmed in now. So at VDOD we want to be above flight level 100. So at VDOD we want to be above flight level 100, and as we said we want to be at ADEXA above 7,000, maximum 220 knots. Then we do like a DME arc, do an arc, and come into Ekch-Enva. We want to be above 6,000. So I'll just check that over there. So we need to change our arrival. ILS 27. Might be Ekch-Enva. To mic. Change that. Yep. There we go. So now we're going to our likes. Above 7,000 and 6,000 Ekch-Enva. And we'll look at our approach. So we want the ILS 27. So at Tikmu we want to be at 4,700. Not above it. So I'll just change that. And then we want to be at 4,000. By CI 27. Frequency for the ILS is 109.9 and approach course is 266. Minimums for this one will be 304. If we do decide and go missed because of wind or any other issues that may affect us landing, the missed approach is climb on the course 266 to 4,000 feet, then a right hand turn to the NDB, enter the NDB holding at 4,700, and climbing to 4,700. Sorry, trans altitude is 7,000. The runway elevation for 27 is 57. So we will set that for our pressurization. So that's close as we can to 50. We'll turn these on to off now on the engines. We'll set our course as well. So that's 266. We'll set that on both panels. We'll set our ILS as well. We'll have them both set there, so both ILSs are on there now. We'll set our minimums, which is a 304. And then we'll set that to both ND screens. Nighthawk says I'm only Jayhawk and I seem to be on Volanta. Yep, my first stream I'm not running Volanta, it's a bit too heavy for me. I believe same for Kevin. Digital says yes, I am not running it for this flight. Yes, as we understand, we know you're having issues. Nighthawk, I have now a 70 knot crosswind, and Digital has a 54 here. I have a 62 at the minute. I'm just looking at the METAR for Trondheim. Currently, it's 280 at 19 knots, gusting 33. There's scattered clouds at 3,900 and broken clouds at 5,000. There's light showers of rain, temperature 8, 5,000 feet AOGL ceiling. Altimeter is 1005, so that's actually increased by 2. So I'll just change that as well. The remark is the wind 670 feet, 280 at 17 knots. So it should be from London. I don't think there'll be any buttering today. And as I forgot to change our heading. Set it now, just in case. Kevin says Volanta's been giving me FPS issues. Yeah, but I've had the same problem. That's why I've stopped using it for the minute. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know whether it's just a memory leak or something, but I just, it's one of those things, I guess. It's too heavy for me, especially when I run Navigraph. I've got Flylight Studio, and other programs running. I'd rather have the FPS where I need it, which is in sim. So if we look over into our left of the left-hand cockpit, so, we can see, is it Reiki? I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Reiki, ENRY. I mean, you can join if you do want to join us. You can join us there, I believe. If you want to join us, we are on the multiplayer server. We're on lifetime live weather. We should be coming to Oslo, I believe it is. Yes, we shall be Gardermoen. We should be coming up there, passing there soon, which will be on the left hand side as well. So we're over halfway into our flight, looks like. We've got 140 miles to top of descent. Fuel looks good, engine vibrations are good, oil temps are good, hydraulics good, engines are good, that's always good. And cruising along. And we'll get a nice window view out here somewhere. There we go. Kevin, we'd best be singing Bob Marley going past ANRY, so I think you might have to inform people, Kevin, if they don't understand this. So I don't know, I wouldn't know how to put it. Digital, I've had memory leaks as well, that's just because I'm getting old. Are you sure they're just memory leaks there, Digital? Jayhog, I've had a memory leak for the past 10 years. You can't say that, John. You can't say that. That's just no. So if we get a better view, which will be, I need to change these keybinds. Eventually we should be seeing Gardermoen. Don't forget, you can check out these airports available on Orbix. There's a link in the description, I believe. Yes, there's a link in the description where you can click on and it will take you to the Orbix website. Don't forget, you can join the Discord as well. We are a friendly Discord. I believe that's also in the description as well. A full list of our sponsors are available also in the description. The music today is provided by Epidemic Sounds under the license of publishing, at time of publishing, my apologies. So it was just getting a bit dark when we left Copenhagen, and now it shall be a night landing once we arrive into Trondheim. Looks like we're losing some of the scenery due to cloud. But let's see if we can spot. See if we can spot Gardermoen. There we go. So Gardermoen is just off to our left right now. I'm probably butchering the names, but I do apologise. So Gardermoen, just to our left there. Ludwig 4793. Must be there. And looks like if we go to the right hand side of the aircraft, we've got the Northern Lights. Willy says dark, it's dark. Yes, it is dark. Nighthawk. Winds are 280 at 20 knots, gusting 33. So I think I'll change to 27. Yes, Nighthawk. The winds have literally done a 180. So you'd have if you were to run on 09, you'd have a 90 knot tailwind. And then 27, you have a 90 knot headwind. I'd rather go for the headwind myself. Kevin says, we're in the streaming room again. Matt is playing War Thunder again. 2 seconds in, he's after bending his prop back after going to the bottom of it. Really? I bet you're having fun there, Kevin. Really having fun. Willy says, not seeing that in the sim. Yeah, it's an add-on you can get. Version 1 was fine. Version 2, you could literally see the Northern Lights from practically more or less anywhere in the world. It just didn't seem too realistic. So this is the version 1. Yeah, it looks awesome, doesn't it? As a passenger, and you saw that. That's amazing. So we're just going to check how far we are from top of descent. We're at 85 miles. So I'm just going to leave the cockpit for 2 minutes while I just nip to the galley and get a drink, and we shall be right back. So I shall leave you with this awesome view. Willy says, I've actually seen it as a passenger. But that must be awesome to see actually flying and seeing that. Digital says I've never seen it fly. So as we look around, it is you can see just where the skyline is there. As we trundle all the way up north of Norway. Now we've got the lights back again. Now back into the cockpit there. 59 miles to our top of descent. As we pass the little bar. So we'll do our approach briefing here. So it's the VDOD 1 mic and have arrival. We need to be above flight level 100 at VVOD. And then we need to be above 7,000 feet with a max speed of 220 knots at DEXA. We're going to do an arc. And we need to be above 6,000 feet at Exilda. Going for the ILS 27 approach because of the winds. So we need to be at 4,700 feet at Tikmu. It's max speed of 210 knots. We'll descend to 4,000 by Nevos, and then we'll catch the glide slope all the way to runway 27. Minimums is 304. The localizer is 109.9. We have approach course of 266. Missed approach, we'll climb on the heading of the course of 266 and climb to 4,000, making a right direct turn to the NDB, climbing to 4,700 for the hold. Things to be aware of: changing weather, possible wind shear on approach. The runway is wet because of the rain, so just things to be aware of as we're approaching this airport. Then once we get to the airport, landed, parked up, we will change to the daylight to have a look at the airport. The seatbelt signs will go on just before flight level 100 as we prepare for our approach. Just above the glide slope, we'll go sterile cockpit for a few minutes while I concentrate on landing, and then what we'll do is we'll find a suitable parking place. So we'll go to the we'll have a look at the airport and the stands, and we'll probably look to park somewhere around 31 to 37, depending on what stands are free. No aircraft problems, all looking good. Main cause concern is this wind. So winds are 260 at 26 knots. QNH is now increased again to 10707. And the winds at 670 feet, 270 at 23, gusting 42. As we can see in front, Mr. Salmon, Jayhawk and Nightdog have all started our descent there, and all the way down. And Digital is behind us. So it could be a case that if we don't, Digital may have to go around depending if we have any problems or we can't get through runway quick enough. Other problems include the three aircraft in front of us. And now about 28 miles to descent. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are watching and you're just lurking, welcome as well. The link to our friendly Discord is in the description below. If you're liking what you're seeing and you want to see more, please hit the like button and subscribe as well. It's free to do so. It all helps the channel and the algorithms as well. I'm Darkfury. I'm the livery designer and painter for Positive Rate. You can find them available on our Discord as well. Stepping in for Willy today has, I believe, he's gone to the theatre as well. So on our NPC we all set flight level 100 as we're coming up close to our top of the 7 point now. Barrow is set on both flight sprays. QNH 1007 set. Approach course is set. The ILS frequency is also set. For this landing we'll probably select auto brake 2 just to make sure. We've only got 10 miles to descend. So everything's looking good, all has been briefed, we aren't aware of any issues, any problems that may occur. We've all got everything planned into the FMC. Once we start descending we'll select our approach speed and flap settings. As we look at the airport elevation is 64, but the runway elevation is 57. The runway 27 is 9,829 feet. So hopefully we can get it in and probably be gate Alpha 4. If not, we'll look for Alpha 2 and taxi on Yankee, go on to Whiskey, stand 31 off to 37. One thing we do have to be careful of is between Alpha 4 and Yankee, which is a hot spot, because it's difficult to see our runway 009. Other than that, no times to be aware of that may impede our landing. We have hit our descent now, so we have started our descent. So our first altitude will be flight level 100. Kevin says, have you seen the moon? If we can't find it, we will have a look, Kevin. Unfortunately, Kevin can't see it at the minute. We can see the northern lights. A load of cloud. Oh, big cloud. I'm sure we'll see it soon. Notelix says that's not moon, it's a space station. Have you been playing too much Kerbal there, Dan? I'm guessing you've been playing too much Kerbal. Kevin says you'll see it soon. Lovely. So we're picking up speed now. We're just slightly below our profile, and we can see VBOD just above 40 miles. So everything is looking good. We're slightly below on profile, but that should be fine. We've got enough fuel in the tanks to get down there and possibly have one go around. I didn't bring any extra fuel, so it's one go around and we have to try and land. Auto brakes set 2 just in case, because it looks like it's a wet runway. We'll do our calculations now and see if we can get in. So we'll do a flight plan. We'll get wet. We'll 27. So we've got no issues with reversers. We'll probably do flaps 40. Auto brakes will be set to 2. Packs will be on, anti-ice is off. We have no failures as far as we're aware, and we'll have 5. We'll enter the window as well, and we'll calculate. So we'll end up probably using 6,897 feet of that runway. So we should all be good to land. So the runway length is 9,829 feet. So we've got about 3,000 feet. With the threshold, yeah. So we've got about 1,200 feet runway to play with, in case of any other issues. So as we look around, still can't see that moon like Kevin ran about, but we can see an airport. Looking at the airport. So the airport just in front of us is Roros. Echo November Romeo Oscar. And we'll set our speed to 280 knots to maintain. Just slightly off profile, but not by much, so that should be fine. Everything looks good. As we can see, Jayhawk seems to be doing a kamikaze attempt there with Nighthawk behind him, and then Kevin after that, then me, and then Digital. Let's have a quick look look outside and see if we can see this. So we can see red clouds. We can see disco descending behind us as well. But no moon. As we pan around, yep, no moon. I'm sure that'll come shortly. And then back into the cockpit we go. We are picking up a little bit too much speed, so we'll just extend the speed, arm the speed brakes. Then we'll reduce visibility range on our navigation display. Just try to catch up with chat. Kevin says go around. Nope. No, Dan's asking Kevin to go around. Yeah. You guys can go around as many times as you like. Kevin says you look like you scared off the moon. Yeah, it's probably hid from me, Kevin. Oh, it's that dark I can't see it. I might be too low, I might be too high, I don't know. The quirks of multiplayer on my Microsoft Flight Simulator. As we're passing flight level 180, we'll turn off the cabin utilities. We'll get our seatbelt signs on, just in case. And we'll set our starts to continuous. Just a quick wind check as we on our descent down there. We've got a 25 knot headwind and a 6 knot crosswind on runway 27. We'll now select our flap speed and insert that there. So our gross weight at the minute is 63.4. Runway 27 is 982.29 feet. ILS is 109.9, which is set, and our course is 266. Our flaps will be flaps 40, speed 139, and a knot 0 and a 5 knots correction for wind. Trans altitude today is 7,000, so we'll set that in there as well. As we're coming down to flight level 140, we'll change it to flight level 70 for our descent. Does look like we're a bit too high for some reason, so we've shut off our descent. We've got 26 miles track miles to threshold at this point. We'll just engage our speed brake because we're now slightly a bit too slow. and we start reducing that speed now to 250 knots. And we'll reduce that further to 220 knots. Testing our speed brakes as well. Reduce our range as well to see where we're going. Reduce our speed a bit further to 210 knots at the minute. To our left we can see Mr. Salmon there descending. So everything's looking good. We are slightly high on profile, but that's fine. As we come up to 10,000 feet, we'll put our landing lights on. Looks like Jake's just about to touch down, followed by Nighthawk. As we look around the cockpit, incomplete and utter darkness. And a dark star that's coming up to us. Yay! Here comes the rain, as we can see. Going through the cloud. We'll put the anti-ice on just in case. Willy says spooky. Ooh, Halloween style. Digital says can't see a thing. Yeah, that's about right. Nordics says too spooky for me. No comment. Kevin says you're coming pretty quick. No, I'm good. At this point we will slow down to 180 knots and we'll start extending our flaps as we go, float 210 knots. We'll send flaps 1. You can see our speed dropping, and we're just slightly above profile. John says visibility is bad, 400 feet before solar room lights. Thank you very much. The minimums on the 204, so yeah, it's just above minimums. As we slow down to 180 knots, we'll extend flaps 2. And then flaps 5. Nordics says flap rings, SOP dark. No, I'm not Ryanair. Sorry Dan, a lot of you does flap rings. Digital says go around Kevin, that might be about right. Kevin got a terrain warning. Oh, that's not good. What, were we too close to the ground, or what there, Kevin? I need a bit more information on that one if possible. Willy says you are a flap ring, Dan. Nordics says Willy told you to keep that a secret. It's not a secret, Dan. It never was a secret. Kevin, I was published at an alt. I wasn't published alt. Interesting. So now we'll go down to 4,000 feet and we'll set standard, set pressure. We'll step flaps 10. We've got 19 miles to go. We're almost on profile as well. So next altitude will be 4,700 and then we want to be at 4,000. Once we get close to the left turn at Tikmu, we'll arm the approach. We'll get our gear down and we'll get the rest of our flaps deployed. Get the spoilers armed. So we've got a warning, drag required to move. We can clear that because we know what we're doing. Let's do that speed breaks a bit more because we're just a bit fast. 16 miles to go. John says, got to go, well done Dark, by all. Well, nice to have you flying with us, John. Have a good one. Enjoy Mr. SimSmarts. Miles to go and we're at 4,000 feet. We are a bit fast, but we are dropping our speed there. We'll arm the approach. We have lock green. We'll enable our second command. As you can see, we've got the rain has turned on. Looks like some out of Star Trek. What speed, Mr. Scott? 30 miles to go. Mr. Scott, we need more power. I'm giving all she's got, Captain. So we're 12 miles from the runway. At 10 miles we'll probably reduce our speed down to 160, deploy the gear, and we'll extend our flaps as well. Is there a PMD setting for warp speed in go around mode? I'm sure if you maybe edit the file, yeah, maybe, or toga, possibly. I don't know, Dan. So 10 miles out, we'll reduce our speed to 160 knots. We'll drop the gear. And we'll deploy flaps 15. Nathan Bazinet, welcome. I maybe when we land, but I am just on the landing, so I need to concentrate on this. Fly flaps 25. We'll change our heading to runway heading. Willy wants to go to the toilet. Sorry, toilets are out of service. Play flaps 30. We're at 7 miles, so we slow down a bit to 150 knots. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of turbulence here. Radar altimeter is now alive. Fly flaps 40. Just because I'm rocking about like no tomorrow. The cabin crew has handed out the seat bags there underneath the seat if you need them. Just over 5 miles out, we'll reduce our speed to our minimum approach speed, which is 139. You have the runway in sight, so that's always good. We've also got a possible wind shear, maybe, so we have to be careful. It looks like Mr. Kevins has gone around. We will put our turn off lights right now, just to make sure for visibility. Landing lights are on, gear is down, flaps set, speed set, course set. We're all good. We're on profile and on speed. Less than 3 miles to go. And we've got a slight crosswind. $800 feet to go. Auto disconnect the autopilot and auto throttle. And we'll manage to fly this thing in. Two whites, two reds. Approaching minimums. Continue. Just a bit slow on the guide slope there. Barrow is fine. Touchdown. Reverse. Vacate the runway. So we vacated on Alpha 4, as we said. So I'll just clean up the aircraft now. We'll take off our auto brakes, clean up our flaps, and disarm some boilers. We'll turn on the taxi light and take off the landing lights because we don't longer need them. We'll start the APU as well, and we'll turn the engine starts to off. So now we'll taxi on Yankee, and then we'll go down hotel, and we'll park somewhere between 31 and 37. We'll open our GSX here. We'll go to the gate. stand 33. Well, this doesn't look right, does it? We'll just stop there. Parking brakes set. Switch over to APU. Turn off the taxi lights. Oh, I should down the engines. We'll go back into our FMCU and get the actions on. We'll get the wheel set. Hangout power requested. Also do that, we'll ask for GSX to deboard us. Then we'll go outside. So Nighthawk now is in the ACJ. Digical's landed safely, is now in a flare. Interesting. Jetways are missing. Looks like the passengers are going to have to jump. For some reason. Let's change this to daytime and see what this airport looks like. So there's the interior for Nathan. Just your standard interior, no thing. Not dark, bad visibility, there was no runway lights. I saw the runway lights quite a while. Way about 800 feet, so it was clearing up. Dan and Willy clapping. Dan Gangnam style. I don't know about that one. Yeah, so whilst we wait for Mr. Macro to come round and land, we'll check out this airport. So this is Trondheim Airport, available on Orbix. Really nice little airport for the north of Norway. Plenty enough parking for A320s, ATRs. The scenery is just absolutely stunning around here. Absolutely stunning. As we just look around, it's absolutely amazing. got anything in the control tower here? Did they put anything in? Nope, empty. Oh, it's a shame. See if there's anything in there in the terminals. We do have some interior. Just slow this down a little bit. So we've got the terminal here. Anything recognise? Got the security checks. Got trash bins. It's always good. Like to recycle. The toilets. I think let's have a look at this one. Is there anything in here? Nope. So we'll just go down to where our aircraft is. Wolf, why is my hello message pinned? I have no idea. It still says enjoying the fame. Digital, great stream, good to fly along. Yeah, nice to have you, Digital. Nice to have you fly along with us on my second attempt at streaming. No, I lost my aircraft. And we'll just there we go, and Kevin's just landed. Any Streamliners A330. Oh, so it's a Boeing Airbus A300. Nordics says, thanks Dark, really good stream, want to see more. If you like the content, I'll be happy to do some more when I can. My streaming schedule unfortunately runs around work, family life, so some might be short notice, but we'll definitely get some more if you like the content. Night Hawk, that was a great flight, love it when the climate changes so much. It makes so much of a difference, it really does. When you're flying north to south and you see all the changes. Sometimes it's the little differences. Willy says, go pick up my daughter, well done. Thanks for having you here, Willy. I hope I did you good. We'll probably catch up later and talk about it. Kevin, cheers Dark, great stream, thank you very much. Especially for my second stream when the first one didn't go well. It's kind of reprieved itself. Thanks Digital, I'll talk to you later mate. Thanks for joining the stream and flying with us tonight. It's been a privilege mate. Thanks Lemon, great stream. Yeah, it's not been too bad. Really not been too bad. Looks like the baggage people have done and the last bus is coming to pick up passengers. Here comes the Boeing Airbus A300 for Kevin. I don't know where he's going. Just follow Kevin as he taxis very slowly to the gate. Right, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Our Discord link is in the description below. Also, our link to our Orbix is also down in the description below. Yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for joining the flight. For all those who follow along, those who are watching, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, that's me. I hope you have a great evening. So, bye bye.